Hi, everyone. Good evening.
Yes, we can hear
Hi,
you.
good evening. We can hear you.
All right, thank
Good
you.
evening.
Okay, so my name is Obinze, and I will be your tutor today. And we'll be talking about telemarketing, and also a bit about Discord and NFT. And this is also part of niche freelancing that we talked about yesterday as well. So thank you. And I'll start by saying that for those who are interested in telemarketing, live chat as a virtual assistant, either in Upwork or in LinkedIn or People's Hour or Indeed or TopTal, you can focus on this particular niche as your skill. So what I'll be talking about is what the softwares that you need to use to be able to stay in Nigeria and make this call. Hello? Hello?
Hi. We can hear you.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
We can
Okay.
hear you. Okay.
Okay, thank you. So I'm back. So, and I know a lot of you were in this class yesterday, which is a good thing, as it makes it easier for us to understand what we did yesterday and what we are going to be doing today, which I talked about Discord and also telemarketing, which is the major aspect of what we are going to be talking about today. I'm not going to waste your time, and I'm just going to go straight to the point. Now, yesterday I talked about how you can open your Upwork account. I talked about some of the things you can do as a freelancer that want to give services as a virtual assistant. I also talked about what you can be able to. I also talked about. All right. So I also talked about what we can be able to do, what you can be able to do to be able to earn money. Just like me, I stay at the comfort of this house where I'm making this particular webinar now, and work and earn in dollar, yeah, which I earn as much as $15 to $30 per hourly. That is my charge that I have on Upwork, on LinkedIn, on TopTal, and Indeed as well. So you can do the same. So if you ask me what is telemarketing, I'll go straight to the point. I'll tell you that telemarketing is where you stay in Nigeria and do what they call cold calling as a virtual assistant. A client in the US is going to hire you, or in the UK or in Canada. They are going to hire you to be able to speak to house owners.
Hmm.
Please,
You push
your
mic now.
Okay, thank you, whoever said that, thank you. So like I was saying, and I'll be talking about what you need to do, which is telemarketing, otherwise known as cold calling. And I'd like to start telling you that I myself am a cold caller. I'm a badass cold caller. And what I do is that not minding your voice, as long as your English is clear and impeccable, you can be able to be a cold caller. You can be able to be a telemarketer. All of them look the same, which I'm going to also be showing you how it is done and people who have them on their profile. Now, I would like you to take your pen or a book if you have one, or where you can quickly write down something now. I'm going to call those software that you would need to be able to use to be able to go in as a telemarketer.
You guys should mute your.
All right, can we do this again? Can someone hear me from now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So,
So I can't hear you again.
We lost your voice.
We lost your voice. I can hear you.
can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yes.
So now I'll start all over again. I'm trying to say that telemarketing is the direct marketing of goods or services to potential customers over the telephone or the internet. And how you can do that, you're not doing that. You can call it what they call inbound calls or outbound calls. What you're doing is it's typically called lead generation. It is called sales calls. In your Upwork profile, you can have what they call lead generation expert. You can have what they call telemarketing expert. You can have what they call a code caller expert. These words mean the same thing, but they mean different things, but they sound the same thing. They are the same thing. You can be able to use it to achieve one aim, which is to be a code caller. And when you know how to talk, for those who know how to talk very well, this is your niche. If you're a good communication person, take this niche serious. As long as you can be able to speak, and the good thing is that you're not going to be shy. You're speaking from your internet to anybody. You don't know who you're calling. You don't know who you're calling, but you're calling someone. And from there, you can be able to say, hi, my name is Chidozie. I'm calling you from something like investing, or I'm calling you from Sega Properties. I'm calling if you want to sell your house or this or that, and let's correspond. Say, yes, I'm interested. You will now ask the person, what kind of mortgage do you have? Do you have any taxes on this? You already have a script. That script is what the client is going to show you. I'm going to be showing you my own, the one I've used before, so that you can understand how it is done. Now, I said I was going to share you those softwares that you need to get conversant with to be able to be a code caller. Please, ready your pen. I'll start with what they call Mojo Dialer. A Mojo Dialer is a software that can allow you to call anybody from the comfort of your home, including the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and the United States. You can stay where you are with your headphone. With this kind of one I have now, even your airport, you can stay here and make those calls loud and clear. It is called Mojo Dialer. Mojo Dialer is that software that will allow you to translate that call, do that inbound call and outbound calls. And what happens is that those calls are recorded. That's number one software. Number two software is what they call Grasshopper. It is called Grasshopper. Join it together. Grasshopper is one of the second software. The third software is what they call GoTo. GoTo starts from, it must be in capital letter, G-O-T-O. That G for Gerard, O for organization, T for teacher, O for Obina, my name. You can use that as an example. You can see now that that's number three. Number four, which is my favorite one, is called Badge Dialer. Badge Dialer, B-A-T-C-H, Dialer. Always add Dialer at the end of those softwares. If you Google it right now, you will see what I'm talking about. These are part of CRM software that you can use to be able to do your lead generations. For those who are interested in becoming a code calling expert, live chat expert, customer service. This is virtually a customer service skills. but now you take it to be a niche. So with this software I mentioned, which is the one I'm popular with and which is the most popular one, you can be able to use it to make those calls. So when you're applying for a job as a cold caller and you tell your client that I'm experienced with cold calling, I've used Mojo dialer, I've used batch dialer. When you mention those words, the client understands you know what you're talking about, even when you're not experienced with that particular software. But like I said yesterday, you can always learn from the job. Do not be afraid. When you get a job, you can make more research about the job. And some clients are quite very accommodating. They are willing to train you to be able to learn from the job. So with those two softwares, those four software I mentioned, which one is the most difficult one, which is Mojo dialer? Mojo dialer will use your credit in Nigeria to be able to transit those calls. So you might want to skip that, except you're so experienced, and it's quite difficult to use. So I recommend that you go with batch dialer and grasshopper. With those two, when you tell a client that you're experienced with that dialer, they will give you the job. They will start to give you the job as a cold caller. So when you have those software, the next thing is for you to do is to have what they call a headset. I use my AirPod to do my own because I connect into my system. I can be able to make my calls. So you need to get a headset that's noise cancellation. But if you have a quiet home, you might just need to get a headset where you can be able to make those calls. And one thing you must know that this is the most common job on Upwork. If you go to Upwork now and type cold calling job, you have about 2,000 to 3,000 jobs that is listed today. What it means is that if you're 10 people that applied, there are chances that 7 of you will get a job within a week. And that is what Learn to Earn is trying to teach you, that you can stay at the comfort of your home and get this job done. And after this, I will show you the practical aspect of it as well. Now, moving away from this particular telemarketing, because if I don't show you the practical aspect of it, you might all get confused. But I will talk a little bit about Discord. For those who are fast typer with your phone, Discord is not done with your system. It's done with your phone like this. With your phone like this. What do? A client creates it. Okay, you get it correct. Mojo dialer, grasshopper dialer. Chidozie, thank you. Go dialer and batch dialer. I recommend that you check out this batch dialer. It's quite good and it's very sweet to use. I've been using it for since this year and it hasn't given me any problem. So pay attention to that particular software. It's quite good and easy to use from Nigeria. Thank you. Now, for those who want to talk about Discord. Now, Discord is one of when Discord came, we are all in Upwork. Everybody was rushing to get a Discord job. A lot of us were trying to do a Discord job, and it's quite tasking. You need to type about 1,000 words for $10. When we started, we all did jobs like that. So when you see a smaller job on Upwork that says $2, please grab it for that job. That job can give you $2,000 to $4,000 when you complete that job, and the client can be able to give you a good review. So with Discord, what you need to do is basically NFT, and you don't need to have any period experience before for you to be able to do Discord. You don't need to have any special skill for you to do Discord. All you need to do is when a client, you can be what they call a Discord moderator. What do? You communicate. Discord is where you communicate. You talk about virtually anything. You can discuss about sports. You can discuss about tech. You can discuss about anything. All you need to do is to be active on that Discord until you get whitelisted. What client is looking for is for you to get whitelisted. And oftentimes, you will type until your hands get tired, but you make money from it. I have someone from Oshobo, a guy from Oshobo. I was ramping his profile the other day, and he has earned over $2,500 from Discord job alone. And what does he do? He's a Discord moderator. And what does it do? It is simple. It just types anything. You must not spam messages. If you understand what is spamming, you just need to type. Communicate. It's about communication. You just need to be on it all the time. Keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. When you're talking on Discord and you're engaging with other people, your profile will keep ranking. And in turn, you get the advantage of being whitelisted. And once you're whitelisted, you can get to sell that NFT. Somebody will buy it for $500, $1,000, or $2,000. That is what Discord does. That is what Discord does. And the good thing is that you can combine your profile. The good thing about that, you can combine your profile to be a Discord moderator and also be a telemarketer. Are we there?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so I saw someone who just asked me what is NFT, and I would say it is just non-fungible tokens. This is quite easy. It's just NFT. These are tokens that are not minted yet. It's non-fungible. It's not minted yet. So once you get whitelisted, that is when you can be able to sell it. You might not understand what I mean by whitelisted. There's a moderator. There is that token needs to get whitelisted. Once it gets whitelisted, you can be able to use it. If you're talking on my class, please, can you stop talking and listen, please? Thank you. So someone asked, Onyechi said non-fungible token. That's what it means. But right now, I would advise anybody who is listening to me to focus more on telemarketing. Telemarketing has a huge market. It's full of real estate, green jobs, solar jobs, and the rest of them. You will not be short of any job. You always have job to do as a telemarketer. And I will show you an example how that can be done. And if you're in my class yesterday, you must understand that you must set your profile to say that you are a Discord expert. You must set your profile to say that you are a telemarketing expert. These skills are all under virtual assistant skill. They are under them. That's a niche. Don't just go to Upwork and say you are a virtual assistant. Please add something to it. I made mention of yesterday to say that if, for example, I'm seeing 3 people's name, I'm seeing Onyechi, Jodibe, and Chidozie, I'll use 2 of you as an example. No, someone is asking me if a telemarketing job can be done with a phone. The answer is no, you cannot do it with a phone. Chidozie and Onyechi, I'll use as an example. Chidozie is a virtual assistant on Upwork, and he says, I'm a virtual assistant, and that's where it ends. Onyechi says, I'm a virtual assistant serving real estate. If I'm looking for a job as a client that wants somebody to work in the real estate, I'll probably hire Onyechi before Chidozie, because Onyechi has been able to specify his niche. He is serving real estate, and real estate is a huge market anywhere in the world. It's a big market anywhere in the world. They always have jobs. They always have jobs to do. So if you're not Upwork, please streamline your niche to a particular place. Whether you are a data entry expert, you are a digital marketer, you are a social media manager, you are UX, you are a designer, you are a web developer, please streamline it to a niche. That is how you can be able to win jobs. I cannot say this enough. I cannot say this enough. But telemarketing jobs are not what you say in theory. So I will go straight to show you how it is done. So please, I would like to share my screen because I don't think we have a lot of time today. I would like to share my screen and go straight to showing you how that can be done as a virtual assistant. Thank you. Please, the host, let me share my screen.
You can share now. You can share your screen now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So can someone see my screen, please?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, so this is what is called batch dialer. This is what it means. It means a best lead dialer software for sales team. This is what it means. This is it. And this software is not available in Nigeria. It is not available. Your client will need to get you this dialer and send you a login details. When you have the login details, you can be able to use this dialer to make all your calls. And I will just type again, if you can see, Mojo. It says the same thing. You can see we are talking about the same thing. Dialer for salespeople, by salespeople. I think this is the most popular software on this telemarketing. But when I started using it, it was quite difficult for me. Then I had to tell my client to change it, and we ended up using a batch dialer. Mojo dialer allows you to call up to like 100 people at once. And the same thing with batch dialer. But Grasshopper and the GoTo, I think they do not give you that privilege to be able to call as much people at the same time. So that is why we ended up going with a batch dialer and Mojo dialer. So with these softwares now, you can be able to get idea of how this is done, telemarketing is done. I'm looking for my sign-in on. Just a moment, please. Okay, catchy, I have it. Okay. Are you seeing this screen I'm sharing right now, or should I share this one?
Yes. I can see Mojo dialer.
Okay. Okay, this is Mojo dialer. Sorry, this is batch dialer, and this is someone's someone has been using this to make a call. You can see my name is Stanley. I was calling about a property. This is a script. You can see how this script works. You can see how it works. You can see. You can read from here and see how it works. It says, my name is Stanley. I was calling about a property I believe you own on Social Street. This is a street here. This is a street here. It says Morris, 205 Morris Avenue. I was wondering if you would consider a cash offer on your property. The client will say, if they say no, you say, when are you looking to sell? These are questions you must ask. When are you looking to sell? If they say they aren't looking to sell, you say, thank you for your time. But if they say they are interested, you can go on to ask them some question which says like, sure, I need to get a little bit of information regarding your home so that I can send it to my purchasing manager. Is that okay? If the client said yes, go ahead. You will now say, can I have your email? When they say yes, you will now ask them another question, which is here. You can say, can I have your email so we can send you the offer? Is your property, this is another question. If the client is interested, is your property currently listed with an agent? They will say yes or no. You put it down. And remember, these calls are recorded. You don't need to write anything down. Does this property need any updating or repair? When you're asking this question to a client, you're already doing cold calling. that is what you're doing. And you can see that this information here is actually someone's information. This person is alive, this person is real. You can see his address, you can see all his phone number, you can see his email, you can see his mailing code. I'm sorry, you can see everything. So these are private information, and if you have access to it, before a client will give you this software, he must have hired you as a virtual assistant. Let me show you more how this is done. Let me go here. You see, I'm available right now, and I want to make call. Look, this is, I want to start making call. I'll confirm. I'll confirm. You can see that I'm available now. I can start calling people right away from here. You can see if you're looking at my screen, it's already calling people. It's calling about 100 people at once. This line will keep going until someone picks it. Once someone picks it, you start doing your code calling. This is called code calling. And this is the person's phone number. I'm showing you this so that you can understand the practical aspect of it. I don't do theory. I like to show you how it is done. This is it. If you're using a batch dialer, anyone can do it. Onyechi can do it. Femi can do it. Doris can do it. Stella can do it. Jennifer can do it. Anyone can do it. If you believe you can do this code calling, once you know how to speak English, you don't need to worry about your accent. You just need to twerk it a bit, twerk your accent a bit, and don't speak faster like me. Because if I'm doing code calling right now, I will reduce my voice so that they can hear me. You can see I'm on call right away, you can see. So I'm going to just stop this because this is not my dialer. This is one of my assistant dialer. She's a code caller, so she has something like this. So I'm just going to end it here. When you're tired, when you're working as a code caller, if you want to go and eat or have a break, you can put this break. If you want to have lunch, here. If you want to do training, here. Out of desk, here. Everything you need is here. So I'm going to go offline. It goes offline. You can see the whole thing has gone offline. I've stopped working. And once you stop working, your client will know that you have stopped working. But this is what is called a script. This particular one is called a script. This one is called a script. You can see it. You can see it. So when you're having this conversation with the client, the property owner, you're already doing a code calling. Once the client agrees to sell his house, your client will give you a bonus for being a good seller. And the good thing is that you're paid hourly, whether you get a lead or not, you're being paid for. If you spend 4 hours calling, your client will pay you for that 4 hours. And every day you are going to make code calling, every day you have that job. And I'll go further to show you how also this is done. Okay, you're not seeing this screen. Telemarketer, I'll just show you here. If you're seeing this screen, you can see what I mean by this particular one. Okay, this my friend Frank is in Australia. Is a telemarketing lead generation appointment setting in Australia, and he has earned over $50,000 in Upwork. He's a top-rated freelancer, and that's a good one. You can see it. His hourly pay is $50 per hour. You can see Elisha is experienced in lead generation and telemarketing. This particular thing you're seeing here, if you're paying attention very well, this is keyword. This particular thing is called keyword. This particular thing, that is your skill. This thing, particular one, this girl, she's in West Alexandra. This is your keyword. It's very important that you have something like this. Not exactly like this, but something like this. Once you have this, you can see that once a client is looking for who will do cold calling, they can invite you for that job. You can see she's a cold caller. So you can be like this person. I keep saying it. Anyone can be a cold caller. You can go down. You can see Philippines here. This girl from Philippines, she has earned $70,000 on Upwork, and that's close to 40 million naira. And this is $8 per hour she's earning. The list goes on. The list goes on. You can see the list goes on. This is more closer to home. Mandy is based in South Africa. She has earned over 200K. That's over 100 million naira she has earned on Upwork. And she earns 45 hourly. So what Learn to Earn is teaching you is this particular thing. You can earn as much as $1,000 to $10,000 to $50,000 for a token by just offering your service sitting at home. You can see it. As a telemarketer, you are a salesperson. You can sell anything. You can sell solar, you can sell house, you can stay anywhere and say what you want to sell. And the good thing is that you don't need to be shy. You're doing that over the phone. And when a client says, I'm not interested, you say, thank you, and you move on to the next person. Someone must be able to sell something, and someone is willing to say his or her house. And your job is to tell the person that you can buy it. Your purchasing manager will buy it. And once the person says yes, you forward that person information to your client. Your client will go and do the business while you're sitting in your house. And these are telemarketers. You can see it. This person just joined Upwork. She just earned $60. By the time you check this person out, in the next 2 months or 3 months, she would have earned more than $2,000 to $10,000. And the list goes on. You don't need any special skill to be a telemarketer. Once you have those software I told you, and once your client give you a script, you can be a telemarketer. And if someone in Pakistan can do it and earn close to, look at what she has earned. You can see it here. Look at what she has earned. See it. And she just earned $55, $5, almost $6 per hour, and she's top rated. She's a top rated freelancer. You can see it. So the list goes on. The list goes on. The list goes on. The list goes on. Now, I was talking about something before. You can see. Let me type something for you so that you can see it. Virtual assistant. Now, I'm going for virtual assistant. I need to show you something. Pay attention right now. I'm looking for a virtual assistant and it's loading. And my friend Annie, based in Nairobi, Kenya, has earned over 30,000. She's a general virtual assistant. She's a general virtual assistant. She does everything. And she's quite good because she has her GSSS is 100% and she's top rated. She's top rated. But for you who is a new freelancer, if you have something like this, it might be difficult for you to really get that job you want because you haven't earned anything on Upwork. So I always advise that you have a niche. When you have earned so much, and when you are now successful, you can now go back to changing your profile to becoming a general virtual assistant. What it means is that you can just do any job. These are all virtual assistants, and you can see they all have big money. This one she's in Colombia. She has earned 1K. You can see all of them. They are all Philippines. There are over 20 million Filipinos in Upwork, and they have all made for a fortune just working in Upwork alone. I'm not talking about LinkedIn. I'm not talking about TopTown. I'm not talking about Indeed. I'm not talking about all those freelancing websites, other ones. I'm talking about Upwork alone. And these people have earned a lot of money just working. These ones just joined. They've not earned anything. You can see $25. She's based in the United States. And she already have a niche. Because she joined new, from what I've been teaching, she didn't say general virtual assistant. She said experimental and event marketing specialist. This is a niche. This one said administrative specialist. She hasn't earned any money because she's a new freelancer. So she had to streamline her services to a particular niche. This one has earned a lot of money. That's why she says she's all-round virtual assistant. And the list goes on. You can see it. Once you've earned over $1,000, $2,000 on Upwork, Upwork will start putting your page on the first page. So before I go further to this class, I would like to stop sharing my screen and let you ask some questions before I can go to the next segment and conclude this class. Thank you. So if you have a question, you are free to ask me a question right now. I'm available to take all your questions and give you a perfect response. I will need you to unmute your this thing so that I can be able to hear what you people are saying and continue with your answers and questions. I would like to have a live audio from you to hear what you want to ask. Thank you. Okay, you mean the participants? Yes, thank you. Yes. Okay, I need to give them access, but before that, they should ensure that their background is free from noise so that I can unmute them. All right. I think they cannot hear you. Then we should not go ahead.
We can't hear you.
I can't hear you, sir.
You can hear me now. You can hear me now. So
yes, I can hear you now.
So I'll go straight to answer your question. I'll go straight to answer your question. Someone said I would like to be a code caller. I already said how you can do to be a code caller. Go and create an Upwork profile. I said how that can be done yesterday, and get conversant with those softwares I mentioned about, and you can run with being a code caller. That is quite possible. And someone said, I would like to be a code caller. It is not code, it's code caller. That's how it is done. So please, get it right, please. I hope this.
So can I ask a question?
Yes, I'm coming to that, please. Hold on. Someone like Chidozie mentioned the software. So you have it here: Mojo dialer, Grasshopper dialer, Good dialer, and Batch dialer. Please save this software and go get conversant with them. Can a telemarketing job be done with a phone? I said no, you can't do it with your phone. Is telemarketing the same with customer service? Yes. As a customer service representative, that is what you're doing. That is what you're doing. As a customer service representative, your jobs involve handling live chat, handling email, sending out a newsletter, and you're also involved in a telemarketer. So someone asked if Fabulous is asking If a data entry is participating with data analysis, they are not the same. Data entry is different. Data analysis is different. Data analysis is different. They are not the same. If I decide to be a telemarketer, would I also be able to apply for any job outside that or only telemarketing job? If you're a telemarketer on Upwork, pay attention, please. Do not speak, please. Pay attention. If you're a telemarketer on Upwork, yes, you are allowed to have a 3 profile. You can use one as a telemarketer. You can use the next one as a general virtual assistant. You can use the third one as a data entry specialist. You can use another one to be a web developer. You can use the other one to be a video editor. You can use the next one to be a digital marketer. You can use the next one to be a social media manager. So you have options. That's why Upwork is giving you that privilege to have 3 profiles in one account. Well, in my 3 accounts, I'm a software developer, I'm a property manager, and I'm a telemarketer. So you can choose what you want to be on Upwork. And this is why Learn to Earn is giving you that opportunity to be able to learn these skills. Copywriting, virtual assistant skills, digital marketing, and the rest of them. Take what you learn from this class and create a perfect profile and create a niche for yourself. This particular privilege you have with this Learn to Earn can make you earn as much as from $0 to $20,000. So yes, you can do different work on Upwork, but please streamline your niche. Can you reflect on how to create a profile on Upwork? I have that video yesterday, and I'm sure that your host will share that with you. You have a particular call or you generate number. No, you do not generate number. Once a client hire you to be a cold caller, they will send you what they call contact list. You do not generate number. Your client is responsible for getting you those numbers. With those numbers, you upload it on your dialer, your badge dialer, and you can begin to make call right away. It's just like when you upload your picture on Facebook. The same way you can upload that contact list on your dialer and start making calls. It is already programmed. And I think, does badge dialer also generate lead? Of course, you're doing lead generation. That's what it does. All the badges generate leads. If you're asking if it's generating number, no. It can generate number for you, but your client wouldn't want you to do that. So your client is going to give you a contact list. Your client might be based in Florida. He wants you to call houses in Florida or do business in Florida. So if you're generating those numbers, you might go and generate somebody's number in Washington. So your business is in Washington. In Florida, you're calling Washington. You can see that won't work. Do you understand? And what again? What if you don't have a portfolio? Of course, I talked about that yesterday, that anything can be your portfolio. It can be your writing, your article. It can be your project in school. It can be your design. It can be your Canva design. It can be what you've done before. Just put it on a paper and upload it on your portfolio. That is your portfolio. And if you're a web developer, you can add all the websites you have done before. There, that's your portfolio. For those who are asking how you can create your Upwork profile, I said that yesterday, and I'm not sure the rest of the class will want to go through it again. Yeah, this is an important question asked by Onyechi. He said, what if you're calling 100 persons and one person give a positive and the rest people do not? The most important thing you must understand is that you can do a whole call a whole day and not get one lead. It's part of the job. And your calls are recorded. Your client will know that you are indeed trying, but that day, the business didn't go well. And if you're a business person, you know that sometimes you come to market to sell, you don't sell anything. But that doesn't stop you from coming tomorrow. So yes, you can, one lead alone, one lead that you get can cover the rest of the call you have made for a week. We are talking about selling a house as a real estate. A house are sold between $5,000 to $20,000 or $100,000. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So you don't need to worry about that. And why is it not possible to use your phone to do it? I've been saying this enough. These softwares, you need to have it on your system. You cannot do A and B on your phone. System allows you to multitask. Phone doesn't give you that luxury to multitask. And some of us are doing cold calling. We are sending emails also to what the client said we should do. As a virtual assistant, please pay attention to this. As a virtual assistant, you're doing so many things at the same time. So hence you cannot use your phone. Please endeavor to get a laptop. If you're doing tech, laptop is an important tool you need to use. You need a tool. So I would like to ask you, if someone is willing to pay you as much as 1,000 to 2,000 to 100,000 naira, wouldn't you think that you deserve to earn that money? You need to have your tools. Every workman has his tools. You need your own tools. And your laptop, your headset, and your skill is your tools. And please, Chinwe is asking if you call 100 persons per time, how do you separate the response? Even if you're calling 100 persons at a time, the software allows you to pick one call at a time. If you're done with that call, it will go to the second call. And remember, these calls are recorded. You might not need to write anything down. Thank you.
Okay, please. So, we should be rounding up now. We have limited time. I just feel I should chip this in so you take note. Thank you.
Okay, so if you have for those who want to ask me a particular question currently before I go on around the class, you are free to go ahead right now, and one person at a time, please. It is important. One person. Okay, one person at a time. We have less than 20 minutes to round up this class. So please, if you want to ask any questions, this is your time. One person at a time, please.
Okay, please. What is the difference between data entry expert and data analysis?
Okay. Now, the niche sounds alike, but they are quite different. Now, if you're in my class yesterday, you'll find out that I talked about how you can be a data entry expert, and I showed a practical example how that can be done. So when you talk about data analysis, that goes a bit higher, where you need to do Python and the rest of them. So what you're doing is that you're analyzing data. When you are a data entry expert, you're taking data from the internet to compute in one particular document. Let's say, for example, they're asking you to get the amount of people, how many people are living in Lagos. What they're asking is to get, they're not asking you to analyze. You get it and put it. But if you're a data analyst, you do a whole lot of stuff. And that includes, you might need to learn Python as well, which is a bit higher. So for new freelancers who are not so good with data analysis, please start with data entry. And you can migrate to being a data analyst, which you will need to go further with this class.
Okay, thank you.
Please, I was asking to borrow a laptop for this telemarketing something, like you just borrow and return for the work.
Well, that shouldn't be that shouldn't be a question you should ask. That should be your own arrangement. The most important thing is that you have your tools to work. Whether you borrow them or you buy them, the most important thing is that you have it and you're working. That's the most important aspect. So stick with that. If that's the arrangement you have, it's all okay. Until then, you can buy your own. Thank you.
What I'm trying to say is that this freelancing, it doesn't feel all like if a free telemarketer, you are or you're an Upwork. That what it means to be a free, because I've heard so many persons saying that they are freelancers. Does it mean that it entails all these things between us?
Okay. Well, your voice is not quite, your this thing was cracking, but I got the hold of what you're trying to ask. What a freelancer is someone that can stay at the comfort of his home and do a job. And what it means is that everybody has what is good at. Everybody is not a web developer. Some are data entry experts, some are digital marketer. As a freelancer, you can know many skills at the same time. You can be a web developer and be a graphic designer and also be a researcher, but you cannot be all of them. You cannot be all of them. So you must have a particular niche. And once you have a niche, you are a freelancer.
Is it Crystal?
Thank you.
So how do we practice with the software, since it's the client that gives the details?
Okay.
How do you do what?
How do we practice with the software, that's the batch dialer and the other one, since it's the client that gives the details?
You know what you do? That's a very good question. Right now, go to YouTube and type batch dialer, how to use batch dialer on YouTube. Within 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you will get, from what I show you, you will see another version of how you can use it. But it's the same teaching. You don't need to, you just need to know what it is. You just need to know what it is. Because if I ask you as a marketer, as a telemarketer, what software do you use to make call? If you cannot mention batch dialer for me, Mojo dialer for me, or Grasshopper, I will know that you don't know the job. You must know the software to use first before you can start learning. And this is why we have this learn to earn class. Now, right now, you have heard about batch dialer. Your duty is also to research more on it and understand more how it is done.
All right, thank you. Yes,
yes.
Okay, I have a question.
I have a question. How do one create another profile under your first profile
Okay, I said that yesterday. If you want the yesterday class, you understand that once you create the first profile, Upwork will be allowing you to say you should create what they call sub. Upwork will be telling you at your profile to create a second profile. Do you understand? So you always see it there at the edge of your profile. You see it at the edge of your profile. You see it.
Okay, I want to ask you a question, please. The Discord, is it like an app, or it is it's still another niche on Upwork? Like,
No. Discord is an app. Discord is like Discord is like Yahoo Messenger. It's like Facebook Messenger. It's a communication app. It's a communication app. It's more like where you have WhatsApp, but it's quite different. It's a software in this way that is different. You can communicate with someone there. It's a communication app, just like that. And there you can talk about NFT, Discord, blah blah blah. The name itself is Discord. You can download it right now. And this is where you talk about NFT, all those non-fungible tokens. This is where people go to talk about them. So it's a software, and the software is an app.
Okay, sir, please. I wasn't here yesterday. Please, I'm reading. How do I talk about Upwork?
I can't hear you. Said what?
I said I was
you can get the yesterday's class, like the video of yesterday. You can get it on the YouTube channel.
Hello,
all right?
sir, can you hear me?
Okay, yes, you can. The video will be shared with you, please. And I'll be taking the last question. Just the last question.
Hello. I want to know, sir, is there features of a laptop? What are the features of a particular laptop for effective job?
Yes, please. By the end of this class, ask your host. I will share the specification with you guys, and they will share it with you. If you want to buy that specification, I can be able to drop it down. But at the end of this class, I will share it with your host. Your host will be able to share it to the group. Thank you.
Please, I have a question, Coach.
Without experience, how do you create your niche?
All right. I said I'm taking one more questions, and I just had one more question. I said, can you hold on, please? I said I'm taking one more questions, and we have come to the end of this class. I'm just going to answer one last questions, please. I just need one person to ask. Just one person, please.
Okay.
Please, sir, I want to know whether if you, as a real estate person.
Oh God.
Hello?
I'm listening to you.
Okay, sir. Please, if you don't have an experience with real estate, can you be a telemarketer under real estate on Upwork? Is that possible?
Yes. You must understand that if you're a telemarketer, you don't need to have experience with a real estate. But the most important you need to have is that once a client gives you hire you on Upwork, and he wants you to telemarket, he wants you to do cold calling for him or her, or for his company, what you need to do, they are going to give you a script. You don't need to know anything about real estate. I showed you that script on my screen. That script will allow you to know what to ask a client. Your job is to make that call. Call that client, and your client is going to give you what they call a script. A script is like when you see all these movie artists, they act based on that script. That's what they are going to give you to make those calls. So you don't need to have experience on any particular thing you're selling. But once you have a script, then you can be able to do the work. And one more thing, once a client asks you if you have a script, tell him no, that you would like him to give you a script so that you can be able to do the code calling for him. And once you drop that script, please follow the script. That script will enable you to do all the code calling in one piece. It is not hard. I'm doing code calling, and when I started, I don't know anything about real estate. You can do the same too. Thank you. Okay, I think that we have come to the end of this class. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you, Jennifer, Princess, and everybody, I can't remember their name, Pierre, Chinwe, and all of you that join us on this class, Vouch, and your names are so much, I can't have all of them, but I thank you all for joining me. Vivian, Kim, Miriam, thank you for joining this class. I appreciate you guys. In this Learn to Earn class, you will learn a lot of skill, and we are doing our best to show you what you can be able to do going forward. Thank you. I'll see you next time, next Friday. Thank you. My host, you can take it over from here.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Bina. It's quite an insightful class. We appreciate your efforts, and we believe that we will come back with testimonies, and then we will be proud to post that you were our instructor when we started. Thank you so much, and thank you, everyone. Please ensure that you apply what you've learned. I can attest to it because I also have an account on Upwork, and I have made so much money from Upwork also. And it's a platform that is very, very good for anyone, regardless of your status or the kind of thing you do. All you need to do is just to commit, as he has explained. So please make good use of this system and forget about the crisis in the country. Focus on your career, and this will take you to learn a lot of things, to be able to include in the employment system generally, globally. Thank you so much. Have a good day.